It's like Ryan.
And we're live now. So tell us, who's Ryan?
We actually.
So awesome, guys. We are sitting down with Kate, Violet, and Kayleigh. Hello, guys. From Great Britain,
Yes.
as it's been expressed to me, not from the UK.
Yeah.
All right, cool, guys. Welcome. Firstly, what do you think of South Africa? What do you think of Sun City?
Oh, it's
How
great.
awesome is this event?
Yeah, it's great.
I love it.
Look at the
Okay.
monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys are really funny.
But stealing the
Yeah,
We still
but
have
yeah.
breakfast on the first day.
It's just like a whole experience now. Like everyone gets their breakfast stolen.
and then the guy comes up with a paintball gun.
Yeah, it's watching them. There you go.
So
So funny.
it's Africa.
great.
The monkeys they've been employed here for years. They're on
They're
they're on contract. You know.
We just sit for breakfast even for like an hour, just watching monkeys.
Yeah.
Watching monkeys steal food.
Entertainment.
You sort of leave muffins on kids' plates,
Yeah, it's like-
and you
Some
distract
people
them.
brought extra food for them
Yeah,
to take.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, if you do that, then we're gonna get fined.
fined.
And we're like, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh,
500 something pounds.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
fine.
500 rand. That's
24
23 pounds,
That's all right.
24 pounds.
To
Yeah.
feed a monkey.
It's working, yeah. It's cheaper than back home at the London Zoo. You know? So let's get started. You guys won gold.
Yeah.
Gold. Mum and daughter winning gold.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. And
I got silver.
Silver,
So
okay.
that's bad.
okay. Well, I mean, if you were the daughter, not the BFF, you would have got gold. Would have been interesting how you both got gold, but it's
Different weight categories.
yeah. Fair enough. Good point. So we're not going to discuss weight categories anymore. No, I'm just kidding. So can we start with you? Give us a little bit of a rundown on who you are, how you got into powerlifting.
My name is Kate, and I got into powerlifting quite a long time ago, actually.
I'm going to turn the mic
Yeah,
face
sure.
you, and then we'll rotate
It was years ago. I was lifting, and there was a guy who was coaching.
Mhm.
He wasn't coaching just powerlifters, but he just started coaching powerlifters. And he just said, like, "Oh, you're actually really strong. Have you thought about doing powerlifting competitions?" And I was like, "Not really, but I love lifting, and I like my numbers going up."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm going to do this competition. Do you want to do it with me?" And he started coaching me, and
Okay.
I went in, qualified for the All England straight away, and I
Wow.
was like, oh, I'm actually quite good at this. And then I just went from there, just carried on. My other half started doing the coaching stuff, because he's already into it all, started doing all the coaching qualifications, started coaching me, and I did mine. So we were already trainers.
Right.
And yeah, and just carried on from there, just carried on going to comps, doing all right. And
Okay.
and
How
it was,
long have you been lifting?
So it says 4 years on my thing, but we actually looked the other day and it's 5 years competing.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
quite a while now.
Okay, fair
I worked
enough.
hard to get this one.
Yeah.
Now these guys are lifting for like a year and I'm
Yeah.
just breezing in and getting gold and silver.
Yeah.
I've worked my butt off.
They've been doing it for 8 minutes and they got gold, huh?
They just walk in,
yeah,
they get medals,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh, do you know how long I've been waiting for the team?
So they're like, yeah, how does that make you feel? No.
They're great. It's great that they're getting in it so
Fangirls
young.
us.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm like their biggest fan. they're so embarrassed by how much.
Yeah.
But I just think girls didn't lift weights when we were younger. Like it wasn't
Absolutely,
a thing they did.
yeah.
These guys, they're out here. There's so many other things they could be doing that are a million times worse. And they're doing
Yes.
something that's amazing. They're really disciplined. They're really committed. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing well. They look after themselves. The way they talk about themselves is so different to how other girls talk. I mean, they still do their makeup and talk about putting things in their lips and all these kind of silly things. But like the way they actually respect, it's so different. And I just think they're brilliant. Like the fact that they
Yeah, we
even go out and you're great, and the fact that they even go out and it's scary. Like
Yeah.
as an adult, it's scary to go out, like, especially on this stage, and go put your lifts out.
How are those lights?
And these guys are kids, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys are like the best kids ever. And I just honestly just fangirl them all the time. And the fact that they're so good with each other, like you just find in lifting that the young lifters they're so good with each other. They just back each other up, and they message and check in on each other and see how each other's training's going. Even before comps, these guys are like messaging, how are you feeling? And they're like nipping around, seeing each other. That's how it should be. Like they don't live anywhere near each other. They wouldn't be friends if it wasn't for this. But
Yes.
now, they're like in each other's pockets is great, and it is it's just so great for them that they got this little family. So I will fangirl them. I'll embarrass them forever.
Good.
And they can tell me to just stop it. I don't care. I'm just so proud of them. I think they're amazing. So yeah. It doesn't matter that you've been here for a minute.
Yeah,
great.
we're going to chat to. We'll just do the intros for him, but I want to come back to talking about the body image and the understanding of the body, the healthy lifestyle versus what else, because that's the incredible value in the sport.
Yeah.
All right, turning the mic to Violet. Hello, Violet.
Hello.
All right, tell us a little bit about you, and you can like go like about my mum as well if you want. I mean your mum, not my mum.
I started lifting because, well, my mum was always in the gym, so I was just like messing around and stuff. But because she was competing, she was like, "Oh, you can come do this one," and then I did really good on that and just carried on from there. I
actually just said to her one weekend, I was like, I'm the secretary for one of the divisions in the UK, and I said to her, I need someone to run a live stream, and I don't know anything about computers, but you can do this, right? She's like, probably. I was like, right, come to this competition and run the live stream for me. And it was a junior competition.
Right.
The regional junior championships. I was like, just come and run the live stream. So she sat there, and one of our like really high up officials, Fred McKenzie, who's like, doing all the powerlifting and stuff. He was sat there and he's like, are you going to lift like your mum? Because if you can squat like your mum, you'll be great. And she was like, oh, maybe. She came back from the competition. She just started lifting, and 8 weeks later she's in a competition and winning it. I'm like,
I've only been like fully training and competing for like a year.
Okay.
It's not even a year yet, is it?
It's like 11 months maybe.
Maybe even not even a year.
Not even a year
right?
yet.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And how you? Well, I mean, you're winning gold, so a silly question. How you're finding it, but yeah. Huh?
You're doing amazing.
I just like talking to people at the comps and like how, and then like and like I like getting my work better and like working on my own stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you, Violet. We're coming back to all of you guys.
Yeah.
So, doing it now to Kayleigh! Drum roll, please. Thank you.
I'm Kayleigh. So what do you want me to say how I got into
Yeah, well, just who you are, what do you do? Yeah.
I started
What do you guys do for a
lifting-
living? Yeah.
I started lifting when I was probably 15 years old. I'm 17 now, so
I was going to say, so that was Thursday. No.
But like I started just messing around. Like it was lockdown, I was bored, I didn't really know what to do. I was like, right, let's sort my life out. I was like, there's no point sitting inside doing nothing, so I might as well just get something done. So I started doing the little Chloe Ting workouts, thinking I was strong and all of this. But when my gym it opened and they were doing classes outside,
Yes.
I was like, right, let's have a go. Let's try it. So I went and I tried it, and I absolutely loved the classes. I hated cardio, so I knew that wasn't for me. So I just started doing
What's
weights.
cardio?
I know, what is that? I don't
That's-
even know what it is.
That's loading weights, right? And unloading weights.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's more than 6 reps.
Yeah.
I can't do anything else.
So you do the bar.
I know, oh god. But yeah, so I started doing that, and I was really anxious all the time. Like I had like really bad stomach problems. And then that lifting fixed it. I was so quiet. I didn't talk to anyone, and it's completely fixed it. Now I'm
Now
so
she's so
chatty.
chatty.
I'm so chatty. I don't shut up. Like it's.
She makes friends with everyone.
Yeah, I want to be friends with everyone. Like lifting has given me so much confidence. Like throughout the sports, it's just nice because now I know I can go up to someone and just talk to them. Because like in the gym, I remember the first time I was in there. It was the first day it opened, like
Right.
lockdown.
Yep.
I went in, I was like, oh my god, like what am I supposed to do? I didn't want to ask anyone for anything, and then through like a year or so, I was like, oh, like I'm fine. Like why? No one cares what you look like. No one cares what you're doing. And it took me a while to realise that, but once I realised it, bang, I was fine. But yeah, it's lovely.
Awesome. So I'm hearing, and we'll turn that back to everyone, and I'll just keep switching it around. We had sort of budgeted for one person at a time, and we packed. So one of the things that we do is we have a development academy where we train and develop young coaches and athletes from challenging backgrounds. And we've also then started with the live streaming. So we live stream the local events, and we always try to keep our media costs, our equipment costs, as low as possible. So we got the webcams and the lights and the mics. So when we build setups for them, they can basically go out and do it, and they understand how to, we are telling the guys, like, one of those camera lenses costs more than everything we've got here.
We do the same kind of thing in the gym. So we have like a scholarship scheme where kids who like can't afford the kits, it's so expensive. And where we live is this big council estate. We live literally in a council estate. Yeah. And to buy the belts, parents can't afford that. Like, even the juniors who are working, they can't afford it. Yeah. And so we have like a community kit locker, and any old kid that we've done with, or like when we go to events, and we're like, do you guys need that? Because we've got some kids who need it. Like, they're not actually kids, they're just lifted, but some are younger. And then we do like the scholarships so they can get training because they can't afford the coaching. But we're in the gym anyway, so we've got like loads of people on scholarship. And one of the girls is doing this Big Sister project, which is to get. So the British Parliament have got one of their aims is to get younger girls in. Right. And so we've got a lifter who's on scholarship who's part of the Big Sister project, and she's trying to bring young lifters in because there's a real stigma about young girls lifting. People don't like it because they think it's dangerous for girls anyway with their growth, which obviously research says it isn't. But also the girls were really worried they're going to get poor pay. They're worried about. But then these guys are there. I know, but you guys, you're amazing.
No, but then they start like,
they go like this, and you're like, you are muscly, but you.
I love it. Yeah, but exactly.
They're so healthy. Yeah. And that's what they need. But like getting people into sports, it's an expensive sport. I mean, even coming out here, so expensive, and like having to do the crowdfunding and everything to get everyone here, which is great. But sport needs the lift so that people need to know who these kids are.
Absolutely.
They're working so hard. So it's great that you're doing the things like you actually live stream them.
No, and this is basically what we're trying to do here, is to create stories. So now you can you get a potential sponsor, you send them the link to the podcast, and that's what I'm getting involved in. So your community locker and the community kit bag is a wonderful idea. My coaches call my kit bag the community kit bag.
All my kids are going into it. Every time someone says like, okay, we got a new kit, and I was like, my old ones over there, you can have it. I used to have like my kits all lined up, and now they're all gone. I've got one again. I've got my GB one, which they can't have, and then I've got one other one. I'm like, oh. If somebody asks for it, we're gonna have to give it to them.
You have to give it to them.
I'll have to wear my GB one forever.
So like you open up your kit bag, like there's one knee sleeve left and a sock.
Yeah, well, like Violet got her kit, and they got the wrist wraps in it. She doesn't wear them for anything, and I was like, they're going to go in the kit locker.
I don't need them.
I don't use them. I was like, well, when you do need some, there will be some there for you. But these GB ones, they're going in the kit locker.
Yeah. So let's chat about sort of what this means to young girls and what you guys believe about that. And so I think that it's vital because the sport can save a life. Yeah. It can save your life. It can... Even more important than saving your life, it can save how you feel about yourself. Rather than living a life broken and not valuing yourself and not fulfilling your potential.
It's true. It's so true. Like, so, I don't know who it is, but I don't make a secret of it. It was after lockdown, before lockdown, I was actually sexually assaulted. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. Fell to pieces. The kids obviously went through it. My kids, I've let them know. I don't hide anything from anybody, so it's people know. And it was so hard because that bit of you that just gets completely broken to bits. How you feel about yourself. I felt worthless, like absolutely, and I felt like everybody else thought I was worthless. So because you can treat this person however you want, doesn't matter what they think, doesn't matter what they want. You can treat them however, because they don't actually matter, and you believe it in yourself. And I went through the horrible trial, and everything was awful. And I didn't get any backing from my employers. It was the most horrendous thing because the things that they were saying was it was something that I didn't know, but they knew of me, and the thing they were saying was, but she's so friendly with everyone. Like she's friends with everybody. That it was that she's asking for everything, and it tore me to pieces. Yeah. And so when I was coming out of it, the only thing I was like, obviously going to therapy and stuff. The only thing that I could do for myself, apart from like get up and put a front on and look after my children, because obviously they were the ones that were getting me through. They needed their mum. I mean, I was very vacant, but they needed their mum, so I would go through the motions with the kids. And they knew something was wrong, but they didn't really know what was going on.
But you were doing the best you could.
And I was going through therapy, and she said, what can you do on your own? I was like, because I couldn't connect with anyone, even the kids. So if you can't connect with anyone, what can you do on your own that's not just going through the motions because you need to live? And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to be involved in the outside world. I was like, I literally want to be like this. And she was like, right, can you put headphones on? I was like, yeah, I love my headphones. I want to walk around with them in the house. She's like, can you do that and go somewhere? Like, yeah, she's like, can you go, where can you go? And I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. She's like, where can you go? I was like, I could go to the gym. It's like, because if I go to the gym and I put my headphones on, nobody's going to talk to me if I don't want them to, because I've got my headphones in. So if someone talks to me, I can pretend my music's so loud that I'm just doing. And girls on squat racks, people don't tend to come and talk to them.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I'm going to go to the gym I've never been to before, put my headphones on, and every day I would get up, put my headphones, like, to get the kids sorted, headphones on, and I would walk outside and go to the gym, which was huge for me to even go outside. So I'd go outside, put my headphones on, go to the gym and train. And then I started training with the guy who was getting me into powerlifting. I'd go, put my headphones on, train, and every day I would just do that. And I started getting stronger and physically getting stronger and started respecting my body again, because I was like, I don't feel valued in myself, but physically I'm doing, like, this, my body is doing things, and my body is going to do it anyway, regardless of how I feel. Like, almost like when plants grow, no one cares what's happening, they just grow anyway. And I was like, my body's still going to do this, and I'm going to keep going to the gym, I'm going to keep working. And I kept doing it, and then I started mixing with more people who were powerlifters, and they didn't know what happened, so they didn't treat me any differently. They just treat me as this girl who lifted heavy, and isn't she nice? And slowly you piece it back together, and then I got this community of people when I was competing who didn't know me from before, so didn't know I'd changed, and just built me up. And all the pieces start fitting back together, because you start respecting your body physically. You start getting stronger mentally, because you've got to compete, so you've got to be able to get your head in the game, put your pieces together, go out there and show the world and go, actually look at me, look at what I can do. That's a really hard thing to do when you've been broken to pieces.
Yeah.
And when you don't feel like, you feel like people can see it on you. And so, I go out and then I compete, and I got mentally stronger, so physically stronger, mentally stronger, and then eating healthier and building myself up, and then I started doing it for other people. And I know it's true though, isn't it? And I came back to life, didn't I? Lifting literally saved me. It gave me this whole new family, and all these people who were just like, we don't care what happened to you before. You support us all. We want you to be super friendly. We want you to be, and all of a sudden I just built this person back up that actually is really strong mentally and physically. And then I was like, do you know, I'm going to do this for the other guys. Like, these kids come into competitions and they're frightened, and they don't know what to do, and or they're worried about how they look, or they're worried about what people think of them. I'm going to be there on their side, or I mean, I do it on you, you'll hate me for it, but I was just like, I'm going to make sure that they know that they are worthwhile. It doesn't matter even if they fail a lift, they've got another component, they can keep doing better. I want them to feel that, because lifting fixed. It wasn't everything that fixed everything for me, but it gave me the starting pinpoint to put myself back together, and the body image thing comes into that. So like the way that you can stand there, and you sometimes look at me, I'm not so great. I've got like a scar here, and you're like, oh, I don't like this bit of me. But then you go and you get on the platform, and you're like, but look what I can do. Like, I used to hate my legs and stuff. I absolutely hated them. And then I got on the platform and I was like looking at the bench, look at my quads, they're so huge. Look what they can do. And it changed, and I want them to know that, someone might say to them, yeah, but look at you, you look like this. Doesn't matter. Look what you can do. Like, you look amazing, and look what else you can do. And you go out and you might be a bit frightened, but you go out and you show the world what you can do without being feared. Like, they're so brave. And they go and talk to all these superstar athletes that are insane, and they're just like, oh my God, I saw you lift and I love you. And I'm like, do you know who they are? You just randomly having a conversation.
Yeah.
They walk up to the people that they're super fans of, which I also love. Like, I love how much they love the Open Championship.
Oh, I love it.
And they just go up to them and they're like, oh hey, I saw you on this, and I love you. And they're just like, they were like it with the girl who just wants Amelia, the American girl.
Yeah.
And they were just like,
so cool.
you're so amazing. I'm like, this is what the sport needs, like girls who have got, I mean the guys are great as well, but the girls who've got each other's backs, who are lifting each other up. I mean, like Kayleigh said, she was so anxious. Now she's got this whole crew of people she
She's
doesn't
nice.
even know all over the UK who are
Yeah.
sending messages saying like, Kayleigh's so amazing, she's so great, look how smiley she is. She's done like, she doesn't know these people, but they love her, and that's what they need. They've worked so hard for it.
Yep.
They need that. Sorry, I'm just talking right over the top of you guys, but I'm just so proud of you guys, and I just think that needs passing on. These guys need the profile race because they are so brilliant. But lifting did that for them, and I don't think people realise how much the community in the sport. I mean, you will know the community in the sport. It literally saves people.
Yep.
It brings people out. You know, like when they were hiding in themselves. Like Kayleigh said, she was shy. She didn't talk to anybody. Now everybody gets to meet this amazing girl who is so chatty and loving with everybody because she can see. Nobody's true. How many lifters have been absolutely helped? Violet was at the British Championship and she was so worried about weight. And I just said to Kayleigh, just on the quiet, I was like, Violet's really worried about weight. I was like, she's sat over there. I was like, I don't know if she wants to talk to you or not, but she's over there, so you want to talk to her. She went straight over and she's like, Violet, are you okay? And they just sat and she just made her okay. Like the fact that she can pass it on, and then now Violet will do it. So that's how it should be. These girls, like these lifters, make this community where they make them they look after each other and they make themselves safe, and it just means that their personalities can come out and they just flourish. I mean, look at her little smile. She's so happy. They're so they're lovely, and they'll be friends. You can tell that they're going to be friends all the way through the sport. It's brilliant.
Exactly, it's nice. It's so nice.
Sharing one in, are you going down to 53?
I can't do that. I can't do that.
She loves to eat.
I was 59
Yeah.
on Saturday morning.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'm 56.6 today, so I've done well.
Oh yeah, everyone thinks that these guys don't eat, but it's not true.
No.
I love
Yeah.
food.
That's it. And food loves us. That's the thing. Huh?
I weighed bang 52 today.
Yeah.
There's a thing where they got a little bit of stick about being light lifters. There's a thing about whether we should have the lightweight lifting categories, and I was like, you forget that some of us are one tiny, like I'm a tiny 4'11" lifter. Like, how do you want me to be much bigger? But they were saying like, they do crazy things to get into category and start and stuff. And I'm like, no, these girls eat. Like, they non-stop eat, and they talk about eating. These girls love food. Like, they might be small, but it's only because they train hard as well.
Yep.
So they train hard and they eat for it. They fuel their workouts. But these girls can eat.
I can eat for England.
I've never seen anybody pack away so many
So you
pancakes.
you guys are off to the spur after this.
Well, we're talking about getting to hard rock.
Yeah.
Going
Cafe.
to go eat.
I'm going to eat so much.
Right. Excellent.
You should have seen me at breakfast. I was smelling the pancakes.
Yeah.
Like,
The pancakes are good.
I'm telling you, I shoved them in my mouth.
As soon as she ate them, she was just like,
They're inside your wraps when you finish. Come off the
They
plate.
just non-stop eat.
So
They've got the balance.
we talk about that. How you feel about your bodies. I mean, as young girls,
Yeah.
that where you're not stressing, you're not panicking, you're not worried about what everyone else is
I
thinking.
couldn't care less what anyone thinks about me.
Yeah.
I'm such so before I started lifting, I was very I didn't want anyone to see my rolls and little things silly like my arms. I was like, oh, they're too big, my legs are too big. And then I just started thinking this whole thigh gap thing, don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
That was a thing for ages, and I was like, oh my god, I need a thigh gap, all of this. And I just thought, hang on a minute, why should I do that? Why should I follow everyone else? Because when you're following other people, are you going to get anywhere? Not really. You're just going to stay in that same, sort of, what do you call it?
It's like
mentality.
Yeah,
psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to chase people anymore. I just think it's boring. I'm going to have a boring life. It's just body images. I think so many girls hype it up to be skinny and tiny and muscly and all of these little things, have a big bum, all that. But in reality, if you look at it in a big picture, does it matter? Not really. You have to think sort of outside, because so many people are put in this cycle of you need to be this, you need to be this is how you should look. But actually, no, you can look different like that. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't look at someone and go, oh my god, you are just different to me and I don't like it, you should be skinny. It's not that. You should be whatever you want to be. If you want to build muscle, you can build muscle. Yeah, I've had people say to me, oh, you're too muscly, why do you want to bulk, why do you want to do this? But I thought, it's my life. Leave me alone at least.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like so
You
much
know so much about how to keep yourself healthy.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that
such,
an amazing thing?
it's such a good skill.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that I love, and because I'll give you a little bit of my history that we can chat about, but when someone says to me I'm too fat or I'm too this, my standard response is, for what?
Yeah.
So they tell you you're too muscular, for what?
Yeah.